Hello everyone, in this video, I will complete a complete hardware based on our ESP Session Air. Interactive system, remote control, and free guessing system. To lower the learning threshold, we divided the entire project into 3 stages connected to the project and was about to conclude. First is R. A of the 6 minor steps. E. Display quality, followed by 5日4整4 order. Infrared measurement methods ending with 6. 7 minor steps complete the core logic of guessing numbers. Now, we move on to the first stage. We can see the experimental phenomenon in measure 2.6. After continuous operation, it should also be ED displayed that B can follow our code. Instructions consistently display specific numbers or weights. This is the foundation of our ultimate game graphics output. Next, I will explain its public instructors. To realize our experimental phenomenon, we need to use LED display screen blocks. Its working principle is to output specific high point frequencies through the microcontroller's sound angle. Next, Yuli or through our IRC and other network protocols to drive the lighting of our internal LED illuminated concealment hall. OPI usually includes our power supply, primary ground, data cables, or the audio used horned. Next, I will guide you through these physics sessions. The wiring is very simple. First, we need an LED display. The NSP-R development version was completed with our 4-line multi-line mechanism. First, we set the LED display screen for the video display. You can see the prompt on the back of our face. Grounded power supply. SDA and SDA data passage should be taught. First, we introduce the SDA into our SPSR. On the 21st, you should be taught. SDA follows up to our SPSR on the 22nd. The ground wire is connected to our SPS2. The ground wire is connected. VCC connects to our 5-unit power supply. Then the wiring is complete. Next, I will show you our supporting program with codes. At our top with codes, we introduce them. Driving shoe videos requires coolant pieces. And the Rika display the object. Define the lead edge numbers for our wiring. The actual number of display frequency in enterprises undergoing training is substantial. The screen was activated and set our actual state and joyful grip. In the recording loop, the new code calls our display count. Push the values we need to test onto the screen. Postal counts are very worthwhile. Now, we click Upload. At the same time, we can see. We can see it. We present a consistent demonstration. The screen successfully lit up and it was output. Our initial state still missed it. And we finished ours. Vaccine technology. The first phase is complete. Next, let's move on to our second phase. For our 5.2 bar, this is the system output problem we need to solve. The current phenomenon is when we press. Each time we press to attack. When pressing the button to attack, our serial TV with code can print instantly the corresponding independent section code value for this button. You can see our reference port display area. Here are our 16-band codes. When we give the order, you can see that it shows the 16 prohibition code. Fourth, we forbid 16 of 4. 8 is our 8 is of VRF 16 bands. Next, I will explain our core logic. The core hardware of this stage is our infrared receiver terminal and our matching device, Yang Kongkang, sent during training. When our Yang Qing asked it would emit infrared signals on the international satellite, our infrared receiver gas will supplement the light signal. Several of these signals are transmitted as digital and level signals to our ESP-32. This is Camp 4. Our core mode is very simple. Next, I will guide everyone through our wiring process. We need to use the ESP-32 infrared receiver module and the air shaker. You can see our infrared receiver module. There is information indicating our remote control module. The corresponding power supply, Earth, and our information transmission. Next, connect the power cable. Enter. The second is the four corner. Done. Wiring complete. Next, I will continue to explain our core code logic. First, we used the IR remote COOP, eliminate complex signal segments, in our SATA edition. Besides enabling serial communication, we use it. IRC-WIRP has set the truth to receive the drinking angle. In our journey of art, this cycle of art and drama, this is our core conditional judgment. If we buy the received signal, the program will enter a branch. Through this program, we use or take our secret instructions to the point and print it to the console through this. Finally, use RISB and the next asterisk to receive the next star. Now we click Upload. A reminder again, change our Porter law to Cheng Setsudai Machu Shou. People. I will continue to demonstrate the experimental phenomena for everyone. Now, when we want to attack, let's ask about 70. Our 10乘 AO display data shows a 76 value code. You can see that the code node data is successfully counted and the short-term test passes. Now entering the final stage, we combine the front display and the reception modules. The phenomenon is that our ESP-30R randomly generates a target number in the background. We enter the values of the financial strategy using a button. Don't constantly reject the excessive display of our financial strategy. Too small is still correct. Suppose we output with 52. Show our bias in the next one. 个狗一两，你年连练公空，你97 too large 82对 as slightly smaller 89 We do the right thing about finance. Alright, next, I will explain how we work. At this stage, we will not introduce new hardware. At its core, it mainly lies in our software-level state basis screws. Our ESP-32 serves as the central processing unit, responsible for receiving our infrared signals. Signals are our input. We perform numerical comparisons with logical spot detection. Finally, the anti-regulation results are pushed to our LED screen. Alright, next, I will continue to guide everyone through the wiring process. Because the number of observations in this experiment did not increase, so our wiring is consistent with the first phase of the money. Just to check if your wiring is old or not. Check for short circuits or incorrect connections.
We will continue to explain our defeated Maroki.
This defeat was due to the malware Xiangdeng and the responsibility attached. First, during our realization phase, we use it.
This acceptance generates a target random beam.
Next, in our main inquiry ring, the system passes through our infrared library. Receive the key command. After receiving our key,
the program passes through a switch case and the document.
Next comes the core game logic. Based on an AOS assessment, compare the player's book job with the target random number. Based on our comparison results, the system calls the LED display frequency to output code numbers.
Display corresponding prompt information on the display screen. If you guess too much,
the LED display frequency will prompt you correctly.
Now, let's upload the code.
It can be recorded.
Right.
In front of them, they crossed the relatives.
You can press randomly. Slightly small. Too large. Too large. Too large. Too large.
Slightly smaller, slightly more so.
Small. Slightly small, quite small.
Too large.
Alright, this is the interface we chose correctly.
That's all for this ESP32-based review.
The complete implementation process of the Same-Born digital game.
We started with testing a single module and ultimately completed both software and hardware system integration of pressing. Thank you all for watching.